Michael had been talking about the most recent round of stops on Taylor Swift's sold-out The Eras Tour on Tuesday's episode of Good Morning America. One of the biggest Swifties is actually sitting at the desk. Michael teased. George, grinning, replied, "I'm OG, yeah." Everyone at the desk laughed at George's quip. "You're an OG, George, but I bet you didn't know I pulled up this photo of you," Michael said as he held his phone up with a picture of George on it. George was wearing a rhinestone cowboy hat with the numbers 13 and 21 on them, ready for the Taylor Swift concert. "I was in full girl dad mode over the weekend," he said. "Don't blame the kids, George," Michael warned. George shot back. "I am gonna blame the kids," he said. "They made the hats and were responsible for the tattoo on his hands." George admitted, "It was an amazing performance. Just the best live performance I have ever seen, ever." He continued to gush over Taylor's performance as if it were the greatest thing the world has ever witnessed. Michael was a good sport about it and let George take the spotlight to talk about the great time he had with his daughters. Meanwhile, a Good Morning America contributor has burned her husband for not knowing how to grill, leaving host Michael Strahan looking a little uneasy after the public roast. Lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamotto was on hand for GMA's The Right Stuff segment. Lori joined Michael to talk about the best grills for cooking meals this summer and for Memorial Day weekend. One of the best grills Lori talked to Michael about was the Weber Genesis Smart 325S gas grill. It has a smart app that helps to make sure every meal is cooked to perfection, she noted. "Sometimes you get distracted doing other stuff and you forget," Michael said. "Right, or sometimes you're my husband and you don't know how to grill," Lori exclaimed. An uncomfortable Michael replied, "Okay," rather uneasily. "So sorry, Nick," Lori exclaimed as she called out her husband, Nick Barnhorst. Everyone on set had to make some noise about that burn, including Michael. "Woo," Michael said as he looked around the set. "So, this truly is the one that if you're a beginner, if you want to learn how to be a grill master, sorry I just burned my husband like the grill, but whatever," Lori said. "This will keep you on pace, and it's very user-friendly," she concluded. "You burned him apparently like he does the steak," Michael quipped. Meanwhile, Michael has been focusing on a new project away from Good Morning America amid repeat absences from the show. Fans have been speculating about his future on the morning show. On Thursday, Michael, 51, took to Instagram to promote his hosting gig on the $100,000 Pyramid. He announced that a new season of the show is coming, writing in his caption, "Let the fun and games begin. Get ready on July 9. I'm back to host #100K Pyramid on ABC." Fans in the comments were thrilled for the former athlete. One wrote in an Instagram comment, "I can't wait and I'll be watching Michael Strahan. Awesome, we love you hosting it." A second fan commented. A third supporter wrote, "Cannot wait. We'll be watching Michael. Yes, one of my favorite shows, and host I get to play along." Someone else chimed in. Meanwhile, other fans have been speculating about Michael's future on GMA. Amid the buzz, the former NFL star made a shocking confession about his talk show gig. In addition to his work on GMA, Michael appears on Fox's NFL Sunday and hosts the $100,000 Pyramid on ABC. Despite ending his football career more than a decade ago, Michael said in an interview that there was something irreplaceable about being a sports star. "No matter what I've ever done, from going to space to anything, nothing ever replaced the feeling of putting on a uniform and running out of the tunnel," he told Boardroom. He shared a snippet of the interview on his Instagram account, where fans flocked to the comments to show their support. "Once a giant, always a giant," one fan wrote. "You have come a long way and achieved so much in your life. As a big fan, I have to say so proud of you," another gushed. "All of this success couldn't happen to a nicer guy," another Instagram user wrote.